Hey everybody, hope you're doing great. Just wanted to do a quick recap here on kind of what's going on. So number one is I work in an industry that's extremely heavily compliant. And so you won't hear me talk about what I do professionally for work. I can't even tell you where I work. You can go onto my LinkedIn and see what I do, but I can't talk about that industry at all. I can't even tell you like the actual like physical location where I work either. I can't make reference to it. And so my company is allowing me to be me and talk about things that I'm passionate about, like leadership and career progression and networking and sales and marketing, but I can't kind of get into my industry. And so I just want to kind of give people a heads up. A lot of times people ask like, what do I do? And so it's just a lot easier. Go into my LinkedIn profile, see, you can see kind of it there. And then the other thing that I would say is from a standpoint of I'm a family guy. So I have four sons, married. I was a single dad for about 6 years prior to getting married, and just this June of 2016. And so for me, it's about having that opportunity to be able to lead my family with my wife and make sure that we're having a really healthy relationship. And it is kind of the traditional family. I don't know if that kind of exists in today's world, but what we're trying to do is do some things together. And so for me, I like to hustle, I like to work hard, and I like to make connections. I want to be able to give back. As a lot of you know, my why is to leave a legacy by positively impacting people. And by making sure that I focus on my legacy with my wife and with my sons, we've decided that because I'm so public in my profile, that a lot of the stuff that I share will only be me. And then if they decide that they want to share themselves when they're a little bit older, we're kind of thinking like if they're 12, maybe 14, they can start making those decisions on how much they want to share of themselves and be a little more public. Oldest son might want to be a comedian, or he actually has wanted to be a YouTuber for a number of years now. And for him, he thinks moving out to Salt Lake City would be a great place to be a YouTuber. So he continues to think about that. Might want to be a stand-up comedian. He likes a lot of comedy. He does some cool drawings. The next is 10 right now. So, and he enjoys, he's a little more analytical in his thought process, probably kind of a little more of that engineering mind. And so a lot of it is just, hey, what do you want to do? We want to make sure that you are happy with your choices and what gets you excited. And then the 7-year-old, hey, he's 7, so he's just enjoying life. He is pure energy though. Like he cannot stand still. So I anticipate him to do something probably similar to what I do. It depends if he likes people, right? Because I love people. I literally love meeting strangers, talking to strangers, and I just really enjoy one-on-one conversations with people, and I love public speaking, and any opportunity that I have to be able to be in front of a crowd really gets my energy going, gets me jacked up, gets me excited for the day. And of course, the youngest is just several months old, so he's still finding himself, but he is pure happiness. And my anticipation is he'll be like 6'6", 6'7", and he'll be huge. Like that's my anticipation. He'll just be a big guy. And so I just want to kind of give this video as a context of, for me, typical morning, helping get the boys ready off to school, drop off the oldest, or else the bus would come at 6:30. And so he doesn't want to, I don't know, we don't want him getting up at 6 and then going off. That's just a little too early for him. So I end up dropping him off at 7 to 7:15. That's kind of the range. And then the other two then take the bus. And then my wife stays at home and takes care of the youngest. And then of course, when all the boys come home, we have them working out. We change up the routine, but they'll do, like right now, they do 40 push-ups, they do 10 leg lifts, they do about 60 seconds of wall squats, and then they do some ab roller work. And so we want to be able to make sure that they start putting in the routine of just fitness, and that they stay healthy, and that they understand that it's important to be able to not only be concerned about their overall physical activity, but then what they do when they eat food, making good choices. And the way that we do it here at the house is, this is not a restaurant. So what's on the menu is on the menu. You can, when we plan for food, you put forth your suggestions, we'll take some of them. Obviously, we're not gonna have fried chicken every single night. We're not gonna have mac and cheese every single night. We're not gonna have hot dogs every night. And so if it's on the menu and there's vegetables in there, you eat the vegetables. We'll have Brussels sprouts, we'll have broccoli, we'll have eggplant. They do not like eggplant, but they're really good from a standpoint that they'll probably basically eat any kind of vegetable that's out there. from a parent perspective, you do have to figure out like best ways to cook some of these things. Brussels sprouts, when I first introduced it, it was cooked with bacon and some olive oil, black salt and pepper, black pepper, and then drizzled sometimes with balsamic vinaigrette, balsamic vinegar. And that, again, you're eating broccoli with Brussels sprouts, not too bad. And so those are some of the decisions that we've made so that way my wife is here to take care of the boys and keep them just engaged and moving along when they come home, doing homework, doing this physical activity. And then we introduce them to different sports. We belong to the YMCA. It's just a good place for a family. Got daycare there, and then they have some group classes. And so the boys, one of the Christmas presents from Grandma and Grandpa was getting involved with one of the classes. So the youngest two are doing swimming, and then the older two, one's doing basketball, the other one's doing taekwondo. And so that's a lot of fun. So then when we go there, then then we'll all exercise. So while we're waiting for the oldest to do some taekwondo, then a lot of times we'll shoot hoops, play some basketball. I'll do my lunges, get my workout in. And so I just wanted to be able to do this at the top of the morning here. This is kind of how it is. Boys are getting ready, having some breakfast, and then they're watching a little YouTube because they're already ready to go. They kind of got their clothes out, they got their snacks, they already brushed their teeth, and so then they can earn themselves some tablet time. We typically reserve tablet time for the weekends, and that way we feel like we want to just control amount of screen time, TV and tablets and video games. We just want to be able to make sure, we call that all screen time, just control that it doesn't, obsess over their life. I played video games as a kid, but it was all controlled just because I loved playing outside. But right now, literally is negative 5 degrees out. Feels like negative 25 when that wind kicks in. So sometimes playing outside is not the easiest thing to do. Hope you're all doing great. Sherm's out.